Can you see my screen?
Yes, doctor. Excuse
Sorry, I can't hear. Are you able to see my screen?
yes, doctor. Yes.
It's okay now?
Yeah. So,
Okay. So,
morning, students. We'll start our session for the day. We have with us Dr. Nivedita Lekka, scientist from National Center for Cell Sciences. Her major area of research are stem cells and regeneration. She works on factors influencing the maintenance of embryonic stem cells in an undifferentiated state. She also studies the unraveling the complex temporospatial cell-fate decision machinery from uncommitted embryonic stem cells. She also works on embryonic stem cells and cardiomyogenesis, neurogenesis, and establishment of human embryogenic cell lines, characterization and differentiation. She has an education PhD in genetics from Osmania University, Hyderabad, and a postdoctoral research associate at the Temple University, Philadelphia, USA. Postdoctoral fellow at the University of Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, USA, and a postdoctoral research scientist at University of Cologne, Germany. And from 2001 to present, she serves as a scientist at National Center for Health Science. She has more than 49 international peer-reviewed publications to her credit. She serves as a reviewer for many journals like Current Science, Stem Cells, Current Trends in Biotechnology and Pharmacy, Journal of Tissue Engineering and Regenerative Medicine, ICFAI Journal of Biotechnology, Aquaculture, Stem Cell Reviews and Reports, Indian Journal of Experimental Biology. She also serves as a reviewer for various funding agencies like DBT, DST, CSIR, Tata Memorial Hospital, Indo-Australian, Indo-French, and DS Kothari fellowship programs. So with this short introduction, I invited Dr. Nivedita to deliver the lecture. The floor is yours. Doctor, you're with us?
what are the recent advancement and what are the possible implications that this area can put forth and can give? Why it has attracted so much attention from basic biologists as well as clinicians. So, if we talk about stem cells, obvious question comes: why should anybody talk about stem cells? So, and the recent field that is STEM, which is dealing with science, technology, mathematics, engineering, and medicine as well. So this is a field where you are having interdisciplinary aspect or the flavor that you are giving to the area, and utilizing all the tools and technologies, you are addressing the problem of our own development. How we all have come into being. That's where the question comes: what are stem cells? How would one study stem cells? So always you have to ask the questions, this what, how, and why, to anything that you are interested in addressing. So I will walk you through. So specifically starting for what are stem cells. Stem in literary sense, it means that it's the origin or the branch. So as we all know, we have come from a single cell. So it is so fascinating how a single cell is giving rise to you and me. So entire blueprint of an organism is ingrained within that single cell, and that single cell, when it divides, and then specify specific organs or tissues, and then the entire body plan of the organism is built. And there we are seeing the entire organism that some have come from. There, that's where the stem cell terminology comes. So, like you think when you are building any kind of building is there, the architect what he or she does puts the foundation stone. Then on that foundation stone, start putting the building blocks. Then the entire building comes. The same way, if you consider ourselves as a building or the cellular buildup, so the cellular architect are the ones which are the stem cells which are providing the foundation stone, and on that foundation stone or the mother or founder cells they are called, they are basically the cellular architect. They put one by one the building blocks, those are the cells. Then from are the factors modulating this, then we can easily understand what is the normal developmental process. Then once we understand the normal development, anytime any problem or any disease happens, so it means that means the normal development somehow somewhere it has gone haywire, because of which there is some kind of abnormality and we are seeing the disease process. So by understanding normal development, we can easily address what goes wrong during a disease process. So to understand this stem cell basis, as I said, first question we say that how we have come into being. So what are the key regulators? So for understanding even this, how the development proceeds, so I will show you one of the videos from HHMI. Very interestingly, they have depicted it, the single cell, how it is giving rise to the entire organism.
human embryo form. First, an unfertilized egg travels from the ovary to the uterus through the fallopian tubes. Multiple sperm traveling through the tubes will try to fertilize the egg. Once one of the sperm is successful,
The video is not. Doctor, can you hear me? Doctor, you can send me the files. I can share from my side. I think there is a network issue.
So you are not able to see this?
Oh, you can email me. I can share from my side.
I also hear you. Somehow your voice is breaking.
Doctor, can you share me the files? Send me email. I can share from my side. Put it from my screen.
So you could not see it at all?
No, the screen is frozen.
Share it again.
You can send me, email me, Professor. I will put it from my side. I will share.
That's what I'm saying, because if I send you my email, you may not be able to play the videos because you require the link for that.
Okay.
You may not be able to play the videos.
But I think the screen is your screen is frozen.
Can you see now?
Yes, doctor.
So now is it playing?
Yeah, it is playing.
Sorry, I don't know what. So this is what actually it shows the early how the specific organ, the germ layers, 3 germ layers are formed. The next show exactly. So this already you have seen. I will just skip this. So here very nicely it shows the color combination. You can see how the germ layers are formed. So these 3 germ layers are developed from this inner cell mass, and outermost gives rise to the placenta and all extra embryonic tissues. And then further during development, once the gonad is formed and different specific germ layer derivatives are formed, then different organs, then the entire organism formed. So during this developmental hierarchy,
Excuse me, doctor, lot of noise from your side.
some noise is coming.
Ah, yes. Cannot hear you. Some background noises.
Okay, now is it okay?
Ah, yes.
Okay. So during this development, if we can find out the developmental hierarchy, what happens from a single cell until the germ layers are formed, and from that again the germ layer derivatives are formed, which can give rise to different organs and tissues, and then the entire developmental pattern we can easily study. So that is what the beauty of stem cells, and as basic biologists we try to address the same. So what are the key determinants, how the body plan is made, and how they contribute to specification of specific cell types? That's what we study. So before knowing that, the question comes, what are the different types of stem cells? So based on the source of their derivation, they can be either embryonic, if it is coming from the developing embryo, as we saw in the video, the inner cell mass of cells, if you can take those cells and culture in the dish, so those will be regarded as embryonic stem cells, which can give rise to all the cell types of our body, because are residing in discrete pockets in different organs in our body. So how these stem cells then came? If the entire body plan is made during embryonic development, as we saw in the video, so how then some cells remain as stem cells? So the school of thought, it says maybe such cells during development, when the body plan is made or the 3 germ layers are formed, these cells somehow they escape the differentiation induction signal or the lineage specific signal, and they remain in discrete pockets, and the niche or the surrounding cells help them to remain as such. So they became fetal or adult stem cells, but these stem cells, they have got a specific way of cell division and differentiation. But when this entire program go haywire, that's why the disease progresses or the cancer comes. So based on the source of origin, we know these are the stem cell population. But based on the differentiation potential, those can be categorized as totipotent, pluripotent, multipotent, or unipotent. Toti means in toto. As we know in zygote, that is the zygote of 2 to 4 cell embryo. We are seeing also twins, and sometimes we see from a single zygote if it divides, identical twins are formed. So their entire organism is being formed from the cell. That's why those are regarded as totipotent. Plant cells are totipotent because you are
Doctor?
the body plan is made for the extra embryonic and the embryonic part, the inner cell mass cells, those are the ones which are giving rise to all 3 germ layers. So that time these cells are considered as pluripotent. Pluri means many, but all the 3 germ layers are being formed. That means all the cells of our body are formed. That's why they are regarded as pluripotent. It can be inherent when it is coming from the developing embryo, the inner cell mass. We can even reprogram the somatic cells or our adult cells to become pluripotent. Those are called induced pluripotent cells. I will talk to also after some time about this. So these are reprogrammed cells. So under this pluripotent category, it can come embryonic stem cells which are coming from ICM or inner cell mass. Primordial germ cells when the gonad is formed, that time also it can give rise to all the cell types of our body if it is decided or directed towards that. So these are also pluripotent. Even embryonal carcinoma cells, they can also give rise to all the 3 germ-layer derivatives. So those are falling under pluripotent. But when it comes to multipotent or unipotent, those are basically tissue restricted, which are present in fetal or adult stem cell. So multi means they also can give rise to more than one cell type. Like neural stem cell can give rise to neurons, astrocytes, oligodendrocytes. Same also is true for hematopoietic stem cells, which can give rise to all the blood cell types. That's why those are regarded as multipotent cells. But unipotent, for example, you take skin cells, they will give only skin cells. So that's
Doctor? Can you hear us?
yes.
Your internet connection is, I think, very fluctuating. In between, there is no voice. We cannot hear you.
Okay. I
We are missing a lot of your lecture.
I'm really sorry. So maybe I can just should I give the wired connection to this? Again, it will delay the presentation. Is it okay?
It's okay. And then we have time, lot of time.
Okay, then I will just do it again. Just once. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I don't
It's okay. It happens. the internet is too much fluctuating, not stable.
Okay, I'll just give the wired connection. Hopefully that would help. Just please give me one second.